Shelley asked to meet with us today. Flo and I. I don't know what she needs, but it sounded serious. She asked us to meet her at her Silentium shrine, and told us that she's got a lot of things she needs to tell us. I just hope that whatever it is, there's something I can do to help this time.
I like the other Shelley more. Don't get me wrong, both frustrate me, but this one is just plain arrogant, putting us all into danger. I hate to say it, but I have half a mind to trade this one into the Watchers in order to get ours back. Or at least get a couple people to safety. After all, in every game of chess, you must sacrifice pieces to checkmate your opponent. Honestly, everyone here is all over the place. The magic here is sloppy. I like what you're doing, and I think it's quite possible, but do keep in mind there are dangers to such a thing. Though that's never stopped you or me.
Dangers to what?
I'm researching stuff.
Various spells.
There's no need to be vague about it. I'm researching omniversal spells. Try to find this world Shelley and bring her back. Because it's clear that I'm not meant to be here. I think the wrong Shelley was grabbed. So I'm hoping that I can bring the correct Shelley back.
I wouldn't say
here.
correct is the right word.
I'd say correct. I mean, if she's in the wrong timeline for too long, it could cause very, very bad things. Especially, like...
That's an interesting phrasing, timeline.
Yeah, I mean...
Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
That's rather specific. I don't recall anyone else bringing up timeline until now. Do you have something to share with the class?
What do you mean? No. Nothing I really need to share, but...
No, that is something I feel you do need to share. Feel it pertains to the rest of us.
I don't know much myself, okay? But
Alright, then tell us what you do know.
From what I remember, I think I was reading something about how different omniverses can actually just be the same omniverse, but different timeline. Pretty much when like and it can be very, very confusing. So like there's a different omniverse where I just went backwards instead of forward right there. That just split another omniverse. While those are very, very minor omniverses, there's also canon omniverses where big events, like let's say a new Watcher game start. That's a big canon event, and that's a big main omniverse that broke off. So like where one, let's say this game happened, and then different one where this game happened.
So are you saying that there could be a universe where Flo's ritual failed?
I feel quite insulted by that. I'd say I'm quite good at rituals.
I need to write that down.
It's not about... I don't think it's about the quality of your ritual.
What was the ritual? I don't actually know this.
Remember how we mentioned the axe? Yeah, you pretty much decapitated me with that thing.
So,
and lodged in my chest cavity. That actually hurt quite a lot, I will say.
If I'm remembering things correctly, correct me if I'm wrong on any of these. Things get a little jumbled. Well, there was Dima, this huge city that Shelley summoned in to our world. Apparently, it was this huge source of power, and Flo needed to get into it to perform a ritual
you all out.
to get us out.
Okay.
And apparently, since the three of us were there, that's how the shards happened?
I mean, it was more so that I needed a support structure, as the initial design of just Aussies lifting up everyone wasn't working perfectly, so I distributed and support. It's rather complicated, making deities, modifying pantheons, It's all very symbolic and mixed up.
I wasn't trying to insult you, Flo. It was making me think that,
Oh no, I merely meant it as a sarcastic comment. Don't
okay.
think
But
anything of it.
just since there could be other worlds, there might be a world where we're still playing the games.
I mean, really, the question is then, how many of you are worth saving?
What do you mean?
I could quite possibly get this lot of you out. And out, not just in this little haven we have. This is a longer temporary relaxation from our larger journey. But then that begs the question, how many more of you can I afford to fish out? How many of you will die? Is it worth it? Will it actually improve the quality of life?
I don't know if it's worth it for you. In this case, it's always just going to make another universe that's...
If something goes wrong.
There is one way. In theory, gods such as, the Watchers aren't really affected by these events, no? They're one timeline, one Watcher, set, etc.,
Well,
correct? Granted, things work weirdly here, so I might not be as, educated on the topic as I, presume to be.
I mean, you said yourself that watchers aren't affected here, right?
It's kind of like being inside a house with locked doors. Theoretically, if enough of them came banging and crashing through the door, they could probably make it in. But I've set up enough defenses that it would take out, a couple of them.
What if they were to, I don't know, prop themselves inside of someone? Kind of use someone's body as a vessel.
I could do it.
What are you trying to say?
Are they still able to do that?
Could they slide someone through? I doubt I would allow it if it was a stranger, but if they manage to deceive me, which I will repeat is unlikely, even in my fragmenting mind, yes, they probably could Trojan their way in here.
Right.
What are you trying to say?
A lot of things have been coming back to me about myself. I mean, you've probably seen, I'm kind of transparent. Don't have a full physical form, really. I think that's...
I know the feeling.
I don't know if that's fully because of this dimensional thing, or if that's just how I was. But I'm scared that, well, I had a dream. And I know dreams are not really reliable sometimes, but sometimes they really are, okay?
Yeah.
And, well, the dream itself, how it went, wasn't really important, but how it ended was I got stabbed in the eye, and I woke up with this scar.
By who?
I don't remember.
Could I see that book you're holding?
No, it's
Why?
private notes.
Why
I
are
can
they
respect
private?
that.
Because, well, I think I need some time to try to figure out my own life and how it happened before I
Alright.
can share it.
Alright, again, like she said, I can respect that. But this comes with the condition of anything that comes in that book, anything you keep from us, is on you. Alright?
Okay.
Whatever happens, you clean it up.
All right.
I can live with that.
It's not really anything like that. It's mostly just me trying to figure out stuff that happened before this world. It's nothing that should affect this world at all.
Should is
And
a
if
dangerous
there
word.
and if there is anything that would, I would let you know. Just know that.
Okay. I can live with that.
I didn't mention it. It's really easy for watchers to tap into physical forms that are deteriorating. So if you could just make sure no watchers try to get in, because my body right now is like a prime target.
How are we supposed to do that?
I'm asking the person who made this world and said he could make sure that that doesn't happen. I don't know what
I
you
mean,
could do, but this
do
guy
you
looks
want
like he
the
knows what he's
answer?
doing.
Do you want the easy answer that you're not really going to like, or do you want the hard answer that's going to be difficult and taxing for everybody? And I'm probably going to have to, open them up and actually put them back together.
What?
All right, the easy answer is we kill Shelley.
Oh no!
It can't be deteriorating if it's far gone. And I assumed you really wouldn't like that answer, so you want to do magical surgery?
I don't like surgery.
All right, do you like a dead Shelley?
Honestly, I don't like surgery either. And I know there is another way. Okay? I don't want to say anything without like absolutely knowing for sure. But the more I think on this, the more I'm pretty sure it is true. I do think I might know where your Shelley is.
Where?
Okay. Right.
To understand this, we're gonna have to go back a little bit, and I mean like back in time, because a lot of time has been messed up. Because I'm not gonna say it was something I did, but
How sure are we on not killing Shelley?
it was definitely something
Very.
I might have done.
Okay.
But I can't fix it. I can't fix it. And that's exactly why me and Ellie went to go get this sword. Because it's actually going to be a very useful tool for a ritual.
A ritual.
Ah, it's linked with
I
gold, isn't it? Gold is handy with all these things. Why do you think you stabbed
Okay,
me with a golden axe? Take this, by the way.
Is that it?
No,
case-
that you can't just say that after that. But pretty much what's going to happen is I think while your defense here is really really good in this house, I guess this locked in house. I don't know if I feel like that I might be a weakness for it. And so I had an idea. I had an idea because if I am correct, so there's this world. I don't. It's not like these worlds sadly come with actual names, so I can't just like explain. Neither would both of you know which world I'm talking about, but
Why can't
there
we
was
give them
this-
names?
I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of be
Just number
difficult to
them
come up with names.
chronologically.
Number
Just
them.
1, 2,
Okay.
3.
You see, the reason why we can't number them is because you know how I said earlier that main canon events kind of, I don't know, they kind of affect the timeline. And that's because there's been multiple times where the time our world's pretty much, it has a timeline, okay? About at the time of the fourth Death game is when we had our first big split in the timeline. It's all my fault, honestly, which is really not good, and which is why I'm trying to fix it. But I might have gotten into a fight with someone, and well, they were kind of being influenced by someone else, and so pretty much after that, um, it caused, well, I funny story. Well, I used to be technically, I guess, a different person. My physical forms has been split.
Hang on.
Yeah. What?
I think other Shelley mentioned something akin to this briefly. Another half of them, perhaps you could describe it that way.
Yes. but pretty much
Is something
after
like
a split.
Desertes?
Verita, don't say that name.
Vertes,
Don't say the name. Don't.
Don't.
Hey, ow! You didn't have to smack me. Quite rude.
Yes, but look, names have power. Weirdly enough, okay? And well, yeah, Veritas, or I guess just call him. I don't know. What?
Is he Jolt?
Sadly, yes.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of confusing.
That's what I thought.
And I remember, I don't really like that name because for a while, especially for those first few death games, he had a lot more power over my physical form, like our physical form, than I did, and so it
Our?
was back then we shared a physical form. I was trapped. And when I was finally able to break out from him is when it caused the diversion in the timeline and in our world. And that's kind of what started everything.
Right. Is the death games itself your fault, or merely... What is your fault here? The fact that
Oh
they
well,
want to kill us?
if we want to get serious, if we want to get like actually technically, I didn't really have much control over what he did when he had control over me. But he himself, he made all the death games. Yeah.
Alright, so what I'm hearing here is the only real main threat is we need to put an arcane bandage on you, so to speak. So
Oh
that
yeah,
you
and
don't
also
let the
well, I'm
watchers
sorry, I'm
out.
really bad at getting to the point. My point is, your Shelley is stuck in a world where I used to be. I used to be in a world with Veritas. And so if that's true, then your Shelley
What?
might be talking with Veritas right now. It probably not talking, probably more like actually like fighting, but
Are we talking just like pain, purgatory, constant struggle for control? I'm
oh
going
no,
to need
so
something more
if
specific because there are many
so
types of fighting in this context.
okay, yeah. All right. So I've been doing some research and pretty much I know what happens now after a death game ends. And it is really weird because everyone, including the winner, is gone. And you'd think, oh, maybe like a version of me is still there after I leave. No, not even that. It's just, it's empty. But for some reason, I remember where I was. I was actually still there afterward. And weirdly enough, I think if what's true, then me and this Shelley swapped places.
So they're
And so
stuck
now
in this empty world?
it's empty of people, but by all means, it's not empty itself. It's very much still full of everything. Kind of like. Have you ever seen those stories how the dreamscape is described, where it's kind of like you're walking through just a still picture?
Maybe.
And it's like it's everything super dead. And like
I visited a couple places like that. I think I have a general idea of what you're talking about.
it's kind of like that. And so I think if you're Shelley stuck there, well, I think then we might need to do as much as we can to try to help her get back here.
But what about you?
Well, I'm not from here, okay? And that's honestly, it's my job to try to restore the world to how it was. And through my death games, I've picked up some books and I've learned some things that I wish I never learned. So, and I
You wouldn't happen to have a poem on you, would you?
a poem.
Yeah, just, you know, can't remember the specifics. It picked up something about flight.
Yeah, I do have that actually.
I'm gonna need to see that.
Why?
Well, I think it's kind of important to this situation, and I think you're lacking a lot of the context behind it, seeing as you seem to be an outdated Shelley somehow.
I think I know exactly what that's about, surprisingly, and I think actually, I don't think I want to share this with you, especially because it's
That's
kind of
unfortunate.
No, Flo.
Okay. You never let me murder anyone.
I thought you said murder wasn't the answer.
It's not. Okay, okay. Murder is sometimes the answer. It's gotten us pretty far in the past.
Look, it's not. I think, and I'm scared that it's a prophecy.
Oh, I know it's a
And
prophecy.
well, then why do you keep calling it a poem?
It's a poem and a prophecy.
Yeah, I just don't think I want to give this to you. I don't think you
Why?
need to know this. Especially because this is a prophecy for specifically me. I think that it would do more harm than good for you to know.
I mean, I think we're past the harm and good point. I think where everything's on fire and we're just trying to somehow save a sinking boat.
Honestly, if you think this is a fire, then you don't know anything. If this is a fire, then what I have to deal with is the equivalent of the Earth crashing into the sun. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Because
Look at
I've not even.
look at me
I've.
for a second. What is the absolute worst that can happen?
Oh well, the worst that can happen is everyone's consciousness gets severed from themselves, and everyone's soul gets eaten by Z. You probably don't know who Z is. I'll have to explain that. Gosh,
All right. Well, listen.
I'll say that for another
I don't
day.
think that's that bad. You know, if our souls get eaten, either it's eternal purgatory, which is not far from the worst fate, and or we just disappear and we get along now. Neither are all that bad.
I think you're missing the point. We're like actually mortals. You're not. Clearly.
I mean, okay. First of all, I've just tried very hard to be mortal, taxingly so. Second of all, all right. I suppose it's pretty bad for. Okay, I suppose that's fair enough. All right. Well, we don't want that to happen, but at the same time, don't you think withholding that poem could do us harm? Because remember, when we tried to withhold your identity, that only led to bad things. Quite possible that withholding this poem could also lead to bad things, no? Stick by your own morals.
I think I'll need to think about that more, but it's really looking like that I do need to keep this to myself for now because, well,
Since when has keeping secrets ever gone well?
well, it's not really me trying to keep a secret. It's me just trying to, because if you know, then it can affect what I have. It can affect everything. And if
It
you
can affect
know,
everything we ought to know.
I found a lot of information that's really worrying. And from what it looks like, if I don't do anything about it, not only will we be stuck in death games forever, but it's a cycle.
First of all, if we don't do anything about it, then we'll be stuck in the death games forever.
If I don't do anything about it, because since I'm the one who started this,
Where does that leave us?
it's
We're stuck here too. This involves us. If there's something we can do, tell us.
I think that's a question that you're gonna have to ask your Shelley when she gets back.
What if she doesn't?
She will, and I have a plan. Right now, I know where she is. She's in a very, very, very dark forest right now. There's a giant tower. There's everything there was kind of just. It's misty, I guess. It's weird because you never know what's reality, what's truth or a mystery. And so my goal is to help her however much I can. A couple days ago, Flo gave me a lesson on this artifact and how to kind of set it up. Now I've done some tinkering with it actually. Sorry about that. I've actually messed around with this, and now every time I take damage with it, it gives that half heart to Shelley where she is. So I've been kind of going ham with these lights, just to make sure that she's good and healthy right now.
All right.
But what about you?
If we're doing this, we ought to do it right. All right? Let's at least get some villagers. We can place some mines along these pillars here.
It
at least
only
boost
works,
it, stabilize
it
you a
only
little.
works it only works with my blood.
Oh yes, I know, but we might as well stabilize the area. If you're already shattered into pieces and you're, tearing off a little bit of your mind every time, and obviously it comes back, don't get me wrong, but still,
I
it's
think
not
there is some sort
not
of
worthy for
damage.
concern.
I think I'm starting hallucinating in dreams because of it. I mean, this eye is an example, but
But if it transfers to reality, is that not... That's not a hallucination.
I mean, then
Chile's not that far off, I will say.
What do you mean?
These things can cause hallucinations. I think some of it has to do with hex casting. Some of it has to do with the fact that her soul is, real screwed up.
But hallucinations strong enough to cause physical injury?
I mean, yeah. Depends on loose definition of illusion. I suppose these
don't-
illusions are rather real, but illusions nonetheless.
I think that this is fine if it's injury, if it's to help the real for this place, shall we? And it's a risk I'm willing to take.
All right, but at least let us help you to ensure it's a risk we're willing to take. You're putting us all on the line here.
I need to grab something real quickly. You see, it's not just any sword. It's not just any magic sword, okay? This is the sword from my first death game. Now, that's kind of weird how it popped up here, right? I'm thinking that this...
What are you doing?
Just, precautions. Fair enough. Can I have that shot back? I'm hurting from media.
I think this is the sword from a previous cycle. And that's kind of crazy to think of, but I think I can use this sword to try to get Shelley back here. And if I can do this ritual correctly, which I've been researching about, I might be able to swap swap us back. And
that would put you back in that empty place.
yes, yes. And that is the goal.
I have a, if not a happy ending, a better ending. And again,
Well, once I'm back at that place, I can take down him once and for all.
you're confident on this? There's no doubt in your heart?
I am confident because I think that this world existing itself is a sign that we will be free soon.
A sign that their hold is failing?
Yes. I think, Flo, what you've done here, well, I might have been very hesitant about it at first, was a great feat that no one has been able to do before. And I have to thank you because without this place, I think this mission would be impossible.
This Shelley is starting to grow on me. Right. Well,
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that then, because I'm not going to be in this world for much longer. For what I have planned.
you know, whatever happens here, just whether this is your last stop or the first of many, kick their butt.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I don't think you need to tell Shelley twice.
Yes. I've... Oh my gosh, don't worry, I will make sure to, once the Shelley you know is back. You will know if my plan has been successful, or if it's not, I guess. But I will warn you, there is going to be a period where Shelley from the Shelley you know is probably not going to arrive for a few days. Okay? Upon me doing the ritual, I'm going to disappear immediately, but she might not arrive for a few days.
So we're just gonna have to wait and hope.
Yeah, you'll know though. You'll know. I'm hoping you'll know.
Anything we can do to boost you? You know, at least give you, if not a fair shot, an okay-ish shot.
Are you good at making shrines?
Who am I making it to you, or am I making a booster shrine?
Kind of just a booster shrine. It's not really to anyone, but it needs to be made out of sandstone.
Sandstone, huh?
Sandstone, birch, that kind of stuff.
Any
ask why?
reason?
It'll help if I know what I'm building it to. Give it some intent.
I can give you some reference schematics if you want, but
Fair enough.
it has to look like something. And so I think if we can kind of make a replica of that, it might boost the chance. And if not, if also maybe we'll boost the speed at which this happens. And that's never a bad thing.
I mean, really, my main goal is to ensure you survive this. As confident as you might be, there's always the off chance.
I have a good feeling that I will be able to make it. This prophecy, it states something very, very intriguing about waking up. And I have a feeling that this has been my wake-up call. Now I just need to act on it. There's some things I need to do before I depart, so I won't depart immediately, but my time is soon. So when Shelley's here, say hello for me, okay?
Right.
Okay.
And also tell her that her time of suffering is gonna end soon, because this time of tyranny is about to be over.
We will.
Well, that was eventful.
I don't know, before I was so eager to try to get our Shelley back, but I don't know, it feels weirdly like a betrayal. There's nothing wrong with this Shelley.
Honestly, I think what they're doing here is the biggest example of how much they shine.
It really is just their world and we're all living in it.
I would say at least it's probably still the Watcher's world, and we're hiding in a shed in the back of the woods. A very fine shed, but a shed nonetheless.
Flo, do you worry that something's gonna go wrong?
Of course. But why would I sit and think about it? I've got better things to be doing.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I sit there and worry about it, things will go wrong.
I just don't know what I'm meant to do. I'm not powerful like you two.
I wouldn't say we're powerful.
You have power.
Yes, I've tried very hard to escape it.
You have?
You know, minimize it. Well, really it's because of, things like the Watchers. Truth is, I don't know if you've noticed, but I can be a tad immoral with things. And, don't want that power to go to my head, so there's one very natural solution. Make sure I never get that powerful. And instead, screw over anyone who did.
I guess that works.
We'll say flesh is new. Not great.
Is that a new experience for 100 hours? Being... I wouldn't say mortal, but... dying?
Oh, no. Been mortal for a while. Or whatever I am. Who the heck knows anymore? It's all made up anyway. Where is blasted? Ah, you don't have any glass, do you? Ooh. You do, if you don't mind me quickly sampling some of my handiwork, if you will.
Alright.
Really does taste just like mushrooms do. Granted, it's probably some sort of cannibalism, but who really cares anyway?
I do think that is something you should care about. But...
What? I eat mushrooms out there, don't I? I eat the mushrooms out there, and that doesn't matter. What does it matter when suddenly, it's my own blood? Less harmful when you think about it.
I know you said not to worry, but... What if something does go wrong? What if we lose both Shelleys?
Well, a solution that has often worked for me in the past is find who did it, and ensure that the safety of anyone who follows. Violently.
This is a form of violence that I could get behind.
I think somewhere under all that you've got the heart of a killer.
Yeah, I just don't know if I have the physical strength to do that.
You know, this place isn't so much about physical strength. Truth be told, a part of me designed it so that you wouldn't need physical strength. Your brains are what's going to keep you alive here.
Yeah, but, with the splitting headaches, it's not always helpful.
Where do those come from?
I don't know.
Has anyone ever opened up that noggin of yours, by chance?
I think so.
If I may ask who, and that can be a no.
I think it has something to do with, the name Shelley didn't want us to say.
Them?
Yeah.
Suppose them works as a placement for the name. Well, at least we know who to blame. This job's far more easier when you know who you're actually going after. A rare luxury.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do my best. I don't know what I can do to help you and Shelley with this ritual stuff, but whatever I can do, I will try my best.
I have an offer for you.
Okay?
Do you have enough time to quickly visit my island? I have something there that'll kind of cement it.
I don't have long.
Alright, then we better hurry. Where I see it, you have quite a lot of potential in you.
For what?
I'd argue more than Shelley.
Oh. Ah. Oh, gosh.
I could always use another apprentice, and this sort of power could cure your... What's the word? Brain damage? Feels a bit rude, but I'm not sure how else to phrase it.
I don't know. I don't like change. I don't like messing with things that could go wrong.
Everything can go wrong. In the end, really, we're just playing fate's game. Unless you can outrun it.
I don't know if I have that in me.
I think sooner or later you're going to have to find it in you.
What will this do to me?
Not much. Perhaps open your soul to more magics, but I can hardly see how that would be a bad thing considered our environment where we're, constantly running through the voids and etc.
If it's something I can do to help Shelley,